ignoring tougher restrictions on movement could be hit with a £60 fine initially and another for £120 for a second offence. So what is in the new coronavirus legislation and how can police enforce it? Well, Adam Wagner is a human rights barrister at Doughty Street Chambers. We're very grateful for you joining us because there's a lot of confusion around this and I'm hoping that you might be able to enlighten us. So first of all, what restrictions have been put in place by the new coronavirus legislation?
Well, the one that people will be really interested in is on restriction of movement. So you cannot leave the house unless you have a reasonable excuse. And a reasonable excuse is something which is an excuse which is reasonable. That's really the definition. But there are some illustrative examples in the legislation, such as going out for exercise, although there's no mention of one time a day, which puts it in conflict with the government guidance. You can go out if it's for the purpose of your physical health or your mental health. You can go to a funeral, you can go for shopping for basic necessities, and there's a number of other examples.
Okay, so this is interesting. I think you may have got to the crux of this for us. So, in other words, there's a difference between what is in the law and what is the guidance, and those two things are actually, what, different?
It's really messy, and I'm afraid I think the blame must lie at the government's hands, because when Boris Johnson announced these measures a week ago, he said there were 4 reasons you could leave the house, and for example, one of them was to take exercise, but only once a day. And that's the guidance people are following. And in fact, that's the guidance that I think that a lot of the police are following. In fact, I spoke to a couple of police officers yesterday who spoke about the 4 things, and that's what they thought they were enforcing. And if you read the College of Policing guidance, which has come out today, and they posted on Twitter, they say what the new police regulations mean for the public is people may only leave a place where they're living for the reasons listed in the government guidance. But the government guidance, first of all, doesn't include a number of very important points. For example, if you're at fear of harm, you can, that in the regulations, that's a reasonable excuse. But the government guidance doesn't mention that in the 4 things. And then there's the 1 piece of exercise a day, which is in the guidance, but not in the regulations. So it's not in the law. And this is really complicated and messy. And I'm not sure the police or the government have been very clear about what it is exactly people can do and what is or isn't going to land you in either with a fine going up to £960 if it's a repeated offence, or even a criminal conviction.
You explain what, as you say, is really rather a messy situation. I wasn't wrong that it was complicated. Just to drill down into something, though, say if you're out for a walk the second time in a day and the police stop you, what should you do?
Well, you could say to them that there's no legal restriction on me going out for more than 1 walk a day. And that is the law in England. Now, here's another complicating factor. In Wales, the Welsh regulations say you can only go out for 1 piece of exercise a day. But it really is complicated, and I'm quite worried that the individual citizen and police will not have a clear enough understanding of what this law actually says, and people will end up having fines and maybe even criminal convictions, which they shouldn't have.
And one final question, Adam, very important. If you go to the corner shop to buy Easter eggs, might you be fined?
Well, the question is going out and buying an Easter egg a reasonable excuse? Secondly, is an Easter egg a basic necessity, which is the language? You need to be able to show an Easter egg as a basic necessity, but who decides if you're a Christian and you think that's an important part of your religious culture is going out and getting Easter eggs at Easter, all the kids having Easter egg hunts? Is that a basic necessity? And I think the safest answer is you should be going out shopping as little as possible and only for basic necessities. But if you buy an Easter egg while you're getting those basic necessities, then that's absolutely fine. It's probably a bit risky because of the unclear nature of this law to go out solely to buy Easter eggs, but in honesty, this will have to go to court rather than because the law is so unclear that we really don't know the answer.
Adam Wagner, thank you so much for doing your best to enlighten us. Really good to talk to you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Now, the UK government says